Good afternoon, Pokesports. It's your host, Mike, and I play with 2 Pokemon on the field. My friends, I need to start today with a bit of an apology. I am so sorry that I almost went through all of Series 2 without using the Sandy Shocks Espathra combination. This is such an interesting gimmick that Series 2 brought that is probably not going to be able to be used in Regulation C, Regulation D. The stronger the meta gets, the worse this becomes. So let's enjoy this for what it is. This team right here involves a Flamigo. It involves an Azumarill, a Sandy Shocks, an Espathra, a Fluttermane, and of course a Volcarona. We've got some really interesting builds here, so let's talk about them. We've got the Flamigo, the Azumarill, and the Espathra with some really cool combinations here. Obviously, you know that the Flamigo with Costar is able to copy its partner's status upgrades, and this team is lousy with them. This team, it's just got status upgrades out the butt. If we look at this Azumarill, we've got Belly Drum on that to max out its attack. If we look at Espathra, it's Espathra, right? So it's got a speed boost to up its speed. You can bring in Flamigo and copy that Azumarill's Belly Drum maxed out attack to make it do even more damage. And of course, the Belly Drum on the Azumarill does mean that it becomes a max attack Azumarill. It goes so hard with Ice Spinner, Aqua Jet, and if you need to, you can even just protect. Nice and easy. And then, of course, Espathra does damage as well with Lumina Crash, Dazzling Gleam, but the real MVP of this team is Espathra's Hypnosis. And the only problem is that Hypnosis has a pretty decent chance to miss. And so what we do is we use the Volcarona, Sandy Shocks, and Fluttermane. Sandy Shocks with Gravity is able to outspeed the Espathra on that first turn, use Gravity, make those kind of moves that can miss, not miss as easily. And then we can just Hypnosis people, put them to sleep, easy peasy, don't have to worry about it. Forget your Amoonguses, forget your safety goggles. It's nap time. And then, of course, we've got the Volcarona and the Fluttermane. Fluttermane just does Fluttermane things with a Focus Sash, and the Volcarona redirects and has Flame Body. So you can redirect an attack, hit your Volcarona, burn the opponent, and bing, bang, boom, you're done. Not to mention that Sandy Shocks is actually still quite powerful on its own. So let's go and take this team into the battle arena, onto the dance floor, and let's see what kind of damage we can do. Come on, let's go. Green. Let's go. All right, my first opponent is trying so hard. It's Aki, going with the Kaiju and a bunch of Paradox Mons, also Arcanine and Garganacl. So looking at that, I'm feeling that I'm really going to need Flamigo power. I'm really going to need some big Costar energy in order to take this guy down. Now I'm looking at Espathra and I'm like, does that actually work here as well? It does. It does. Lumina Crash on the Iron Hands would be pretty sick. Lumina Crash on the Garganacl would be pretty sick. Yeah, I think let's do it. Let's bring Flamigo in the back, obviously. But then, it's between Sandy Shocks, Espathra, and Fluttermane, which is just 3 amazing Pokemon. I don't think the Sandy Shocks is very valuable right now, although that Earth Power is strong against 3 of those Pokemon. I would love that Earth Power against those 3 of those Pokemon. Let's go for it. Sandy Shocks, do your thing. Do your thing, Sandy Shocks. Old Greg making an appearance on the last episode of my Series 2 battles. I believe Kevin has one last Series 2 video coming out tomorrow, but I am done after this. Well, done for Series 2. We're going into Series 3 after. Regulation C. Regulation C. Okay. Volcarona's attack's going to fall here. Not that bad. I don't really worry too much about that. We're going to go for a Belly Drum. This Arcanine could be Safety Goggles. I don't care. I'm going to go for Rage Powder anyway. Because what if it's not? Right? You ever think of that? Also, I kind of want the Volcarona to take a hit. It would be great if Volcarona could take a big hit from this this Garganacl. Arcanine's just going to protect. Arcanine was terrified of this Azumarill, but I'll tell you what it should have been terrified of. Belly Drum. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. So down goes half my attack. My attack maxes out, which is great because this Arcanine used a whole Intimidate on me. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. And Garganicle's going to Salt Cure. How much damage does that do to 4 times weak Volcarona? Enough. Enough. Definitely does enough. It's not enough to take it out, but it's enough to do some pretty good damage. Now, I think going for an Aqua Jet on the Arcanine just kind of makes sense. Why not? We'll do that because we know that it's not going to protect again. Or we hope that it's not going to protect again, and even if it does, then it's likely to miss that. And then Volcarona can go for just a Rage Powder. What if I got Terra Steel? That's interesting. Rage Powder for the Garganacl. Hopefully, if the Arcanine's choosing to attack here, my Azumarill's just going to take it out before it gets to do that. So here we go. Rage Powder. They're going to withdraw Arcanine, which is smart. There isn't a thing that they can bring in. Like, even Iron Hands doesn't really want to take this damage. So here comes the Rage Powder again. And eat this Aqua Jet. Pretty good. Pretty good. So now that Volcarona is down, I can look into Flamigo. Okay? Now, the nice thing about Flamigo is that's got Choice Scarf. So the fact that I don't have any speed boosted on my Azumarill doesn't actually matter because I can just co-star that and get my extra speed through the Choice Scarf. I feel like the right thing to do here is to double into the Garganacl, because I have a big feeling that the Iron Hands is just going to fake out here. No. I'm going to attack the Iron Hands just in case it chooses not to. And then I can Terra Steel. What's with all the Terra Steel? I'm going to attack the Garganacl with a Throat Chop. Just because I think that makes sense. Yeah, even if the Arcanine comes back out, it's fine. Yeah, so the Azumarill Aqua Jetting here takes out the Iron Hands. Wonderful. And there's really nothing that the Garganacl can do to take out either one of my Pokemon. It's going to Salt Cure, which is going to do some damage, but my Azumarill at least gets to live another turn. So Azumarill is going to be damaged by that Salt Cure, go down to 69 HP, nice. And who's coming out next? Probably the Arcanine, just to lower the damage a little bit. Intimidate brings 2 Pokemon's attack down. It is relevant, but like it's the difference between ×4 and ×3.5. So I'm not particularly worried about that. I can go for an Aqua Jet here. This Arcanine will probably protect, just to buy out some Salt Cure turns. Don't think I care. I think I'm just gonna do it. I haven't seen Garganacl protect yet, and I don't think it will. I'm just gonna, yeah. You know what? We're just gonna go for the obvious ones. So Arcanine's gonna protect, and that's gonna be okay. Okay. And then the Throat Chop on the Garganacl does all the damage I need, baby. And that's what I'm talking about, is that move wasn't going to do anything that turn anyway. Right? Now they just have 2 Pokemon left. I am not going down to this turn of Salt Cure. I'm pretty close. And do I mind that Arcanine's going to be the last Pokemon alive? I don't think so. No, I don't mind that at all. I'm going to have to Throat Chop this Baxcalibur, but hey, such is life, right? We can Aqua Jet the Arcanine, and we'll Throat Chop. We have to Throat Chop the Baxcalibur because of Choice Scarf. So we'll just attack. Oh, yeah, fair. Fair. Ooh, that might be a little worrisome with Sandy Shocks. But still, Baxcalibur took a lot of damage there. It looks like that was... Oh, I don't know if I agree with Will-O-Wisp. I think it's way too late in the game for Will-O-Wisp to be relevant. Or to, like, really do anything, you know? Because now I just bring in Sandy Shocks. It has the extra speed. And I am going to Terra Electric on this Sandy Shocks right now because I don't want it to take extra Ice Shard damage. That wouldn't be fun. Oh, it's Terra Grass. Well, never mind. Thinking hard about it. Interesting. Well, the Pokepaste here says electric, so that's why I thought that was happening. But we'll go with Earth Power on the Arcanine. Boop, 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 boop. Does Terra Steel do anything here? No. And just Throat Chop on the Baxcalibur. I mean, that works. This all works. Arcanine's going to protect again. It's okay. Baxcalibur's probably going to go for an Ice Shard just to get some last-minute damage in, leaving Flamigo at 1. Which, okay, so that would have been very bad. Now that I think about it, would have been very, very bad if this Flamigo went down to an Ice Shard just now. Because then it would have been Baxcalibur and Arcanine against just my Sandy Shocks. But don't worry, we trust in the process, and the process delivers. Okay? You end up at 1, the burn takes you down, that's okay. Now I can just go for the Earth Power on the Arcanine. It happens to me so often where the Pokemon that I attack live at 1 HP. Okay, so let me have this every once in a while, please. Now it's worthwhile not terastallizing here. Oh, actually, speaking of terastallizing, I should have terastallized Flamigo last turn, turns out. Because Terra Steel would have been better against that Ice Shard than just my normal, being flying. Anyway, Arcanine's going to live that. Is it going to... Oh, it's just going to eat its berry. Yum, yum, yum. This could still be their game. Like, let's not... Never mind. I win. Interesting Will-O-Wisp. I was about to say, is it choiced into Will-O-Wisp? No, it just made the choice to Will-O-Wisp. Anyway, it's just going to protect to elongate the game a little bit. But Earth Power prevails. Earth Power prevails. Hit me with that second protect. I want to see it. Ah, too bad. Too bad. Okay. So we pulled out a win. I made a mistake not terastallizing that Flamigo. It didn't cost me the game. It could have very easily if a little bit of RNG was not in my favor just then. So I'm gonna have to really think about that next game, because we can do some really good stuff with this team. We just need to play smart, especially when we're going up against Iron Handses and Baxcaliburs and Arcanines. Anyway, let's go into the next game. Let's keep dancing. All right, my next Pokemon is bringing a Tropius in this economy. Okay, nice, very, very cool. I'm into it. We could go with the whole gravity hypnosis dealy, but I am a little worried about the Hydreigon. Hydreigon does some nasty stuff to a lot of this team. It truly, truly does. But nothing that Flamigo can't handle. So I'm going to go and bring Azumarill again. Are we going to redirect this time? I do think it is worth bringing the Volcarona just for Struggle Bug. Struggle Bug, I think, will be quite useful this game. Obviously, we bring the Flamigo because we have to. I really hope the next game I can bring the Sandy Shocks and Espathra combo, because it's cool. It's cool. And that's the whole reason that I'm bringing this team in the first place. So hopefully it makes sense to do that. But I don't want to force it where I don't have to. Do I just bring the exact same thing? I think I might just bring the exact same thing. Espathra might be more useful, though. To be honest. I'm a little worried about the Golden Go, but... you know, that's just kind of how it's going to be. I will have to worry a little bit about the giraffe, the Farigiraffe. Because of that armored tail, I am not going to be able to use Aqua Jet. Meaning I'm going to have to Ice Spinner everything down. Not the worst. Not the worst at all. I do think that rather than redirect here, I kind of just want to Struggle Bug. Is it worth... I think it's worth terastallizing just to get away from that, the Make It Rain. What else am I going to terastallize? Not Flamigo Steel. Maybe Flamigo Steel. Probably not Flamigo Steel. That's just a defensive, like straight up defensive terastallization. So let's do it. Let's Belly Drum here. Let's Struggle Bug. Ooh. Because I think the big thing that I need to worry about is living one Make It Rain. If I can live one Make It Rain, then I can live a lot more Make It Rains. While I'm also trying to Belly Drum on the same turn that I Make It Rain. So this Struggle Bug is going to be incredibly helpful in doing that. In fact, with the Golden Go not terastallizing here, this fully could have been... oh, wonderful. See, look at that, and that is why we terastallize. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Yeah, the Struggle Bug made that very, very relevant, but I could have overheated on that turn, and I might consider still overheating on the next turn. Gonna restore some health with my Citrus Berry, and that Trick Room is going to make things a little more difficult, but not that much. Not by all that much. We're going to go and Ice Spinner the Farigiraffe. We're going to overheat on the Golden Go. They're going to withdraw the Golden Go and bring out whom? I mean, that's one less Pokemon that attacks me this turn. The Gastrodon. That's fine. Yeah, Hyper Voice isn't going to do all that much, but Ice Spinner is... boom. Down goes that. An overheat on the Gastrodon isn't going to do all that much, but that's okay. All Volcarona is really good for right now is soaking up Make It Rains and Struggle Bugging. Because they've got a Gastrodon, they've got a Golden Go, and they've got Mystery Pokemon, Tropius. In this economy? Well, that's going to be an Ice Spinner to the Tropius and a Rage Powder to the rest of them. Right? Right? So Volcarona pulls in, I guess, her Hurricane, right? No, an Earth Power, yeah. I guess that makes sense. That isn't really doing all that much damage. These Pokemon are not hurting very much. So Volcarona gets seeded and Azumarill goes for the Ice Spinner. That's quad effective, I believe. And down that goes. I mean, hey, I do also have... oh, he has Storm Drain, never mind. I was going to say, I do also have Aqua Jet now that the Farigiraffe is down. Okay, so final two Pokemon, Golden Go and Dude. I'm going to protect here. I think I'm going to also protect there. No, I'm not. I'm going to let that happen. What could it possibly be? It's probably Make It Rain, right? We know how much damage Make It Rain does. So we're going to Ice Spinner. Yeah, we're going to Ice Spinner. We have to Ice Spinner. The Gastro. I'm going to protect with the Volcarona this time. Let's see what kind of damage we can soak up here. Earth Power is going to go on the Azumarill. It is going to take it out. That should have been a Protect on the Azumarill. That's too bad. But that's okay. It's actually not, because now the Make It Rain's going to happen. Oh, Nasty Plot is even worse. That's a golden go with a golden plan. Ooh, and it gets a little bit of Leech Seed life too. Uh-oh, I might be in trouble. Am I in trouble? I don't want to bring out Flamigo here. I wanted to bring out Flamigo on Azumarill. This was a bad choice. If I had protected with Azumarill and Struggle Bugged, that would have been so much better. But hey, you know what? You live, you learn. We can at least make the Espathra fast in preparation for the end of this Trick Room. And overheat. Let's just overheat the Golden Go. Ah, here comes the Terra. Gastro Terra. It's fire. Whoa. Spooky. So Espathra's going to protect here. The Muddy Water is definitely going to be taking out my Volcarona here. Yeah, bye-bye, Volk. Well, at least I have a very fast Flamigo. That's a +4. That's a +4 Golden Go. It's making the active choice to not... Okay, cool. Well, let's hope that Flamigo can take it home. Twisted Dimensions are going to return. Speed Boost is going to happen. It's probably going to be a Protect on the Golden Go side, but I can't afford for it not to be. So I kind of have to double into the Golden Go, knowing that there is a not insignificant chance that it protects here. I think I still have to go for a Lumina Crash. No. Yeah. Because this could be Espathra's only attack. Wait, don't I have Mirror Herb on this? Oh, wait, I do. Hold up. So didn't my Espathra... Oh, hello. This happened. I ignored the fact that this happened. It has to be Throat Chop. And it has to be on Golden Go. Okay. We did a little bit of damage. It would have been nice if that was +6, but Michael's a little dumb today. Doing that... That's... A critical hit. That would have been so much nicer if Flamigo was +6. Oh, that would have been so good, and we would have been able to pull it off too because of that one Protect turn. Ah, that's too bad. The little guy holding the gimme ghoul. That was a cool profile picture. Okay, fine. I understand where I went wrong. Like, catastrophically wrong. I will make it up in the next game. Next game is going to be the best game. Nobody has ever seen a game that is as good as what's about to come. So join me. Let's see what happens. Let's go. All right, folks. Here we go. It's another Golden Go. That's the perfect opportunity for me to take my revenge. In fact, I'm mad now. I'm seeing red. We are going to bring... There's one dark type, right? Sandy, Shocks, and Espathra. We're doing it. We're going to put something to sleep right now. This is basically my team. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, it's the Arcanine Roaring Moon. I know that well. Okay, cool. And then we're going to bring Flamigo because Flamigo still gets to pull Espathra. No, we're not going to do that. I think Fluttermane hasn't had enough chance to shine. And I think now is the time. And then how about a bug type move for no good reason? It just doesn't do that much damage, the Flamigo, without a +6 from the Azumarill. It just makes so much more sense to co-star it with the Azumarill. So I think this is going to be my 4. Sandy, Shocks, Espathra, Fluttermane, and Volcarona. Just because those are the 4 that'll do the most damage, I guess. Even though the Azumarill could belly drum. I just don't feel confident doing that when we have a, what's-his-face? When we have an Amoonguss on the field. It just doesn't, it doesn't add up. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, let's face this guy. Let's beat this guy. Let's take it home. Brahmaluna and Amoonguss. Okay. Sandy, Shocks, Espathra, let's do your thing here. I think they're going to have to terrestrialize that first turn. Now, that said, I think I'm most worried about the Roaring Moon using like Jaw Lock or Throat Chop on my Espathra. So if I terrestrialize that, I think we'll be okay. If I go for Gravity, is this a Gravity Hypnosis or is this just, I think this is just Earth Power. It could be Earth Power or I could terrestrialize. No, it's going to be Earth Power. Earth Power and Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam. It's probably going to terrestrialize. Or it's not because it thinks... Or it's not because it thinks that I'm going for Gravity Hypnosis on the Amoonguss. And if I don't, and I just Terra Fairy, then I live a potential dark move. I'm playing out my ideal scenario and just really hoping it works. Yeah. There's the Throat Chop. Sandy Shocks uses Earth Power, does some damage to the Amoonguss, not a whole bunch. Special Defense is going to fall, though. That's a nice Special Defense drop, especially for this Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam. How about this, Brahmaluna? What do you think about that? Boom. Boom jams. There it goes. Okay, now something goes to sleep. Yeah, okay, so it's a Espathra. That's fine. I think I'm okay with that. At least I get a speed boost. Nope. Now I do have to worry a little bit about if an Iron Hands comes out. If that happens, then I might just have to pretend. Yeah, okay, it's Arcanine, it's fine. I'm less intimidated by the Arcanine coming out than I am an Iron Hands. Iron Hands would have been a very scary moment for me. I can protect here. Does protecting actually do anything if they just target the Espathra? No, not really. So I feel like I should just Earth Power the Arcanine, Lumina Crash the Amoonguss. I'm not going to wake up this turn because that's my first turn of sleep. It's fine. Earth Power goes off first. They chose not. Ooh. My opponent is making some risky plays just to put my Pokemon to sleep. Yeah. So Sandy Shocks goes to sleep here, but at the cost of only having 2 Pokemon left, my opponent has put both of my leads to sleep. And here comes Goldengo to try and wrap it up. Okay, that said, Fluttermane can do it. Kind of depends on what the Terra type is. Volcarona or Fluttermane could do the job. So we're going to protect with both, just to show dominance. Espathra's fast asleep. Sandy Shocks is going to be fast asleep. This is first turn. It's a perfect opportunity for them to set up if they want to. Yeah, there it is. There's the greed. I love seeing the greed. There's my Mirror Herb on the nasty plot. Hey, what is up with this Amoonguss? It only wants to put things to sleep. Is that really all you want to do, bud? I guess so. We're going to Earth Power the Golden Go just in case. You're going to have to do it at some point. You're going to have to... what's it? You're going to have to Rage Powder sometime. I might as well just target you with Lumina Crash, right? I'm more than likely going to wake up this turn. I swear, if this is Amoonguss Terra Dark... No, okay, we're fine. This is Terra Steel, so Volcarona has its work cut out for it. I'm feeling very good about the rest of this game, by the way, because Espathra wakes up. That's great. We're going to go for the Lumina Crash. Big damage on that. Bye-bye. I might even lose both of my Pokemon this turn. I very well could lose both of my Pokemon this turn. But Sandy Shocks is fast asleep. I was going to, with so much confidence, be like, but Sandy Shocks woke up. But no, it didn't happen. Anyway, Golden Go is going to make it rain. It's a +2 make it rain. It's not going to work. It's not going to work for my Sandy Shocks. It's fine. Not going to work out for that. Golden Go's attack's going to fall. And now I have Fluttermane with a thing. Fluttermane with a Focus Sash. And Volcarona with a Rocky Helmet. That's not actually going to do all that much, but that's fine. Volcarona can overheat. Oh, there we go. Volcarona can overheat. Fluttermane can Shadow Ball. Yeah. If I wanted to, I guess I could play this even slower. And Protect with Volcarona. And Shadow Ball with Golden Go. Or Shadow Ball with Fluttermane. Because this way it's going to be a +0 Make It Rain. I don't know, just in case Overheat didn't take it out, or just in case it was speedier than my guy. My Fluttermane. Not my Fluttermane, my Volcarona. Anyway, now we'll Overheat. Now we'll Shadow Ball. It's the safest play. The battle was canceled. And there you have it. The easiest game, because I called it with confidence. I said it, that third game would be amazing, that third game would be predictions from top to bottom, that I would know exactly what I'm doing. Didn't get to use the Gravity Hypnosis, but to be honest, I think my opponent knowing about it worked in my favor heavily. Because you saw that. They chose not to terrestrialize their Roaring Moon because they were like, oh, he's going to go for Hypnosis, because that's what Sandy Shocks and Espathra does. And we'll use that knowledge against them. That's the way. Okay, let's go into the lab. Let's go talk about this team a little bit. Let's get you out of here for the day. Come on. And here is the team. I actually made a mistake. I made a couple of mistakes. 3 that I can really think of. The first is not shouting out who this team belongs to. This is Dripnotic's team from Discord. Thank you so much for supplying this team, Dripnotic. You too, you, the viewer, can go and supply us with teams as well and have me review them, just like I'm about to do with this one, by just clicking on our Discord link down in the description down below. You can go to Pokesports.info as well to go and find all of our links there. If you supply us the Pokepaste and the rental code in the rental codes chat, there's a very high chance that I may go and use it. If you do not use the rental code and the Pokepaste, I probably won't, just because I like to have all of the information that I can, and I like to put that all in the description for the other viewers to go and watch. It would be very helpful if you did that, both the rental code and the Pokepaste. But I digress. Let's talk about this team. I'll get into my second mistake in a little bit, but we've got Flamigo, Volcarona, Azumarill, Sandy Shocks, Espathra, and Fluttermane. I love the synergy of this team. There are so many different ways that you can play it, and that just speaks to me, because I like knowing possible game plans before I even go into a game, versus, putting a bunch of really good Pokemon and then just trying to make it work in the 30 seconds that you have to look at the enemy's team. It's actually a minute or a minute and a half. Anyway, it feels like 30 seconds. The main combo that a lot of people have been using in Series 2 is Sandy Shocks and Espathra, and I'll explain how that works. Wake up. Sandy Shocks has a base speed of 101. Espathra has a base speed of 105. So Sandy Shocks does underspeed the Espathra, not if you use booster energy on photosynthesis on speed. If you make that Sandy Shocks outspeed Espathra on the first turn, you can use Gravity. Gravity increases all of the accuracy of things by like 1.67, I want to say, times. And Espathra has Hypnosis, which normally has a 60% chance of hitting, but times 1.67, you know, in who would have thought it goes up to like 1.006, whatever. Hypnosis always has a chance of hitting when you use Gravity from Sandy Shocks. So to recap, your Sandy Shocks is really fast. It uses Gravity. Espathra is also really fast, but not as fast as Sandy Shocks. Uses Hypnosis, puts something to sleep. You get to put things to sleep like Amoonguss before it puts you to sleep. You get to put things to sleep like Arcanine before it can do anything. The only thing you have to worry about is if there is a faster Pokemon beside the Pokemon that you're trying to put to sleep, or beside the Pokemon that you're trying to put to sleep, they can knock out your Espathra before you get a chance to use Hypnosis. The second mistake I made in this game was not realizing that you can use Hypnosis on dark types. I thought about that after my third game. I was like, wait a second, couldn't I have put the Roaring Moon to sleep? Yeah, I totally could have. But still, in that third game, the better idea was to put the Amoonguss down for the count, or to put the Roaring Moon down for the count with Dazzling Gleam. That's just another thing that Espathra can do. Lumina Crash, Dazzling Gleam, perfect moves for this Espathra. Mirror Herb is really, really interesting because we found more than once, Golden Goes like to set up when in the face of an Espathra. And it makes sense, you know, it can take out an Espathra quite easily, especially if you Terra Fairy. But if you have a Pokemon beside it that can do enough damage to a Golden Go, you can benefit from the Mirror Herb getting a +2 in your special attack, and then wreck the rest of their team with your incredible speed. Espathra's a really good Pokemon. Sandy Shocks is a really good Pokemon. The Azumarill has Belly Drum. Belly Drum maxes out your attack. You don't have to worry about things like Arcanine bringing down your attack on that first turn, when you can just Belly Drum it away and max your attack stat out. It's always been good. It's still good. It's going to be even better when we have Ruinous Pokemon in the mix as well. Now, to benefit from all of those increased stats that we have here, we also have the Flamigo. Flamigo, commonly used with Dondozo, I find, is actually really, really strong here, but is only strong, I think, when it benefits from the Azumarill. I almost never want to just go and eat up those speed boosts because I have Choice Scarf, right? Plus, you have such good, strong attacks in close combat, Brave Bird, Liquidation, Throat Chop, that huge power is, you benefit so hard from having a diverse move set and being able to use that at max attack against any Pokemon. It's wonderful. I love that a lot. Volcarona with Flame Body and Rocky Helmet. This is designed to take in hits like Extreme Speed from Dragonite. If you can get a hit from that on your Volcarona from an Extreme Speed because of Rage Powder, not only are you doing damage from Rocky Helmet to break its multi-scale, but you're also burning it. And that's so great because that can trigger a Lumberry if it's wearing it. Or it, just makes it do even less damage to the next turn. It's great. And then Flutter Mane is just cool. It's Flutter Mane, That's all I gotta say. It's Flutter Mane. Dazzling Gleam, Power Gem, Shadow Ball, Protect. Yeah, it's solid. This is a solid team. As gimmicky as Dripnotic kind of made this team look, it's solid. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I think if you, the viewer, would like to enjoy the last little bit of Series 2, give this team a try. Give this team a try. I guarantee you will have fun in one way or another. Anyway, team IDs over there. Pokepaste is down there if you want to go and try it out. I've been Mike. I play with 2 Pokemon on the field. Again, thank you so much, Dripnotic, for putting this team together. And I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.